Hey, I got a quick plug.
Good morning. What's that? Oh my goodness.
I got a quick plug because my new poster came. Don't forget to go to wakeup.realestate and get your free coffee for creating your free account. And I got my new poster for the background. I'm looking for. I have this bare wall. I got to put stuff on it.
Oh man, that is great. I love it. Is that an Amazon find or what?
I think it's on Redbubble. Yeah, it's like Amazon. If you look for Glengarry poster, it'll pop up. If you guys want one.
Beautiful. All right. Well, welcome to Wake Up Real Estate, where coffee is for closers. And you can get free coffee by creating your free account at wakeup.realestate. Today's Friday, which means it's follow-up Friday. Yes. I have a couple of things on that front. I'll share how I set either 8 or 9 phone appointments yesterday from a small segment of my own database.
You've been talking on the phone a lot.
And also how I'm setting up automated follow-up for all these free leads that are coming in from the Facebook Marketplace ads that I've been talking about all week, which they continue to trickle in. And so I'll walk you through like what that looks like very simply and easily. How I'm doing that with KV Core, but then we'll give you ideas if you don't have KV Core, like what could you do instead or in lieu of that or whatever. I need that. You need free coffee, you need free leads, you need appointments. I don't know what the Facebook user, but the poster. There you go. Yeah, it had to be the poster. Good call.
So free coffee Friday. We're going to start giving away coffee every Friday, not today, but we'll actually. Right.
So I think I saw that you have a social post of the day, and while you are bringing that up, rates had gone up a little bit, trended up a little bit this week. They're way down again, down 38 or 39 basis points today versus yesterday. So
they are. Okay, good. Yeah, we're going to see this double top, I think, and things are going to come back down. I'm very hopeful in the 10-year yield.
Yeah, right on.
Technical jump. This is my where I built this, but the actual social post is an open house post. We like these on Friday. So it's just a text open house list to this number, which you can do whether you have a system like KV Core or not. If you have a system that'll automatically send the list back, configure that. If you don't, just put your cell number in there. And when somebody texts you for the open house list, send them back the open house list, but then you'll have a cell number. That you can.
Well, hold on. So Laura Stoddard she's in Knoxville, Tennessee. I think it's Knoxville. That's how she is killing it on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. She doesn't use any kind of fancy tech or anything. She will post something. She'll put, text, foreclosure, text, whatever to her cell phone. And then I think she's doing this. She just has notes, like a notes thing set on her phone with whatever she needs to send that person. So in this example, you make a list of all the open houses for the weekend. If you've got KV Core or whatever else, IDX solution, you make that dynamic link, right? And maybe you shorten it or whatever, or if you have KV Core, it's already shortened. You save it on your phone, you post it out there, and then anybody that texts, you can just copy it. Hey, here you go. Thanks for reaching out. Here you go. When would you be available for a quick chat about whatever? Or when would you, let me know if you'd like me to meet you at any of these and take you on a tour, whatever. Anyway, go ahead.
It's easy. Charles asked if I'm posting this on my personal page. I always do. Personally.
Yeah.
Are you asking because I'm kind of making fun of agents, or I'm trying to have a little fun? But yeah.
But post wherever. Just do something.
Yep. And then just a reminder, this image flip meme generator, it's free. I just typed in Dos Equis because this came to mind and it popped up. It was like really easy to use.
I miss him.
Yeah, where'd he go? Did he die? This guy?
I don't think so. I think they just retired the bit and then they tried to do it with some other guy and it just never was as good. Bring back the Dos Equis guy, the most interesting man in the world. Come on. I mean, I miss him from my life.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, you can do that with this idea. It's Friday, which means it's open houses, right? That's why it was inspired there. But the idea, you can use in lots of different ways, right? Memes. When you create an emotional response with people that see your post, that creates a connection with them. Could be good or bad, right? Could be good or bad. But as long as it's not politically or racially charged, whatever, you don't want to be doing that. But this is making people smile. And when you make people smile, they remember you, and they're more likely to come to you with, questions or, real estate related, whatever. Go ahead, Ryan.
But just to respond to Charlotte, yeah, some people don't want people going to open houses. My broker doesn't like me posting lists of open houses because she feels like I'm sending people to a competitor. I feel differently about it. I feel like if you've built the relationship and you're doing the stuff that Josh does every day and that I do, and people feel like they have a relationship with you, they can go to the open house. You're still their agent. So that's the flip side of that coin. But yeah, if you don't like the idea of sharing the open houses, just don't do this post. Or you could do something like text me for like my 3 favorite open houses this weekend. Something a little more curated.
Or it doesn't even have to be open houses, right? It could be text reduced or text price drop for a list of all of the recently price reduced homes available in the area.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen to be open houses. So this is part of the follow-up Friday that I wanted to dig into. And we've talked about this over and over ad nauseum, but my Friday email newsletter, it's a weekend bucket list. And it is a great way. And it is part of the follow-up protocol that I'm using with these free leads from Facebook Marketplace, because the majority of those free leads that are coming in currently, and this is early on in my testing, currently, all I'm getting is name and email. A very small percentage am I getting phone, because I have a phone field there, but I have it optional. Okay. But that's okay, right? Because one of several things that I'm doing with those is they will start to get my Friday morning email newsletter. And in that newsletter, not only is there, fun, interesting, entertaining stuff about what's going on this weekend, but there are also calls to action, for example, where they can get an updated home valuation. For example, and we rotate these curated lists, but every couple of weeks, we'll put a link to all of the open houses for the weekend along these lines. And I put in there just kind of cheekily, be sure you give them my name if you go to any open house and tell them you're working with me, right? And I kind of say it tongue in cheek or kiddingly, but I want them to do that, right? Like, and if I've done anything to create a sense of relationship with them, then they will do that. And it ends up being found business for you. So anyway, where do you scrape the info for the fun things to do this weekend? Facebook events. We have there's a doc on the wakeup.real estate site, a Google Doc with the exact, like the what, why, how, when, and all of that. There's a video tutorial. There's PDF examples. There's step-by-step how we do all of that. And if you can't find it, just use a little chat widget on the site at wakeup.realestate and we'll get you that. It's a Google Doc.
It should be under templates.
Yeah, it should be. Yes. And that goes out every Friday morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern every Friday morning. It's anywhere from 5 to 7 fun things to do this weekend. And then I've got my calls to action, which what that does is then fills up my dashboard in KV Core with people that I can follow up and follow through with. Okay. So along those lines, I'm going to go ahead and pivot and share a couple of things on the follow-up front. I mentioned already that one of the things that these leads are getting from me when they come through is my Friday email newsletter. Okay. But what I'm also doing with all of these leads is twofold. I'm getting them on a search alert, and I'm putting them on a market update or a market report. Okay. Now I'm doing those items, or I'm setting them up in KV Core on that. But if you don't have KV Core, just add them, or you don't have a CRM that has similar functionality, just add them to your MLS and set it up right in your MLS. Okay. So this is a new lead that came in this morning, and I'll just show you what I'm doing with them as they come in. So the property that this person opted in for, the zip code is 17112. So I'm going to go over here, and under market reports, I'm just going to set her up for a market report for 17112. And I'm going to have that go every 7 days. And I'm also going to send it now. Notice also, and I don't know why this is duplicate. I don't know why she's got 2 search alerts, but she's also set up to get twice per week an email with all of the properties in 17112. So I'm gonna, for some reason, it duplicated it. So I'm gonna turn one of them off. There could be nothing easier and yet still more, effective way to follow up. Send them properties and send them market data or market information on whatever the area is that they expressed interest in a property. Simple, easy peasy, right? Okay. That's number one on the follow-up front. Now, I teased at the beginning how I was able to set, it was 8 or 9 phone appointments from a small segment of my database yesterday. Okay. Here's what I did is I went into KV Core. I guess I'll show parts of this. I don't want to show a bunch of the folks. I don't want to show a bunch of the data because sometimes you get funky about that. But I'll show you how I pulled the list that I texted that, and then I'll talk you through. I'll tell you the script that I used, and I'll talk you through how we pivoted into scheduling a time to chat. And maybe I'll pull up one example as well. So what I did was I chose active lead, and I chose under contact details buyer, and I chose has phone, has email, subscribe to text, and then I did behavior. I did last active, and the time frame I think I did this year, so this whole year. And the list actually wasn't that big. It was less than 500. Okay, it was less than 500. We'll see what it comes back with here. And as this is loading up, I used a script that we shared a couple of weeks ago. You can get the script on the site, wakeup.realestate. I used the when would you be available for a quick chat script. Okay, so I've got 2 pages, less than 500 contacts here. Okay, so we're not talking about like a huge grouping, but these are people that are active, right? They're actively engaged. And quite honestly, some of the folks that we got scheduled, we had either talked to before and they fell out or whatever, but some of them were, we've never had anything other than, them playing around on the site. Okay. So I'll bring up John here real quick. This was the script. Very direct. Afternoon, John, when would you be available for a quick chat about some of the special financing programs we have available right now? ? Let me know. Thanks. LMK, thanks. That script and several variations of that quick chat scripting is on the site under scripts and templates. It's very direct. Okay. It's very direct. Some people said no, stop, unsubscribe, whatever. Some people just said, I'm available now, or, whatever the case may be. Now, I wasn't able to schedule John, but let me find one that I was able to schedule here. Let me find a name that I know that we scheduled an appointment with. And just to give you an example of how we're very simply pivoting, and it's honestly, it's sales 101. It's nothing fancy. If I could find one here, I'll give you an example. Well, I'm gonna type in one that I know we've got scheduled. And she's in here twice. I might need to merge her contact. So this Melody, she, oh, come on, KB Core, load up for me here. So
yeah, it was going slow for me this morning when I was trying to get my text code.
So this must be in here twice, so it must have been the second contact record that we actually scheduled the conversation on. So bear with me here because I want to give you a very specific, tangible example And oh, by the way, we're doing this work directly for some of our co-marketing partners. So, for example, on Tuesday and Wednesday, we scheduled something like 17 or 18 appointments in other partners' accounts. So Melody very directly said, I said, afternoon, when would you be available? Blah, blah, blah. I already gave you that script. She said, okay, Friday after 12 p.m. And I said, I'll have Hunter reach out tomorrow around 12:30. That would work perfectly. Very simple. Very simple. Now, some of them, there was more interaction, right? And so I'm trying to find think of another one where I can give you, the script of how we're doing that, because there's a little subtlety to it. For crying out loud here, where is one of the folks that we schedule? Not Charlene. This is exhilarating live streaming content here.
I was just going to say something, but I was kind of enjoying.
I think this is a good one. I think. And Naomi actually texted this morning. She had to reschedule, but she's engaged, right? We have her attention. She's actually responding, and we will, we will get on the phone with her. Okay, so afternoon. She said sure. Okay, she just said sure. I said how's 2:30 would be available tomorrow instead. Got it. How about 11:30 tomorrow morning? Okay, perfect, awesome. Dana on our team will reach out then. So I wasn't able to find one, but let me give you the simple pivot. If they just generally are responding affirmatively, I will say something like, right on, Ryan. When would be would this afternoon work, or would this evening be better for you, right? Or does this evening work, or is tomorrow morning better for you? Depending on when the conversation happened, right? It's like a simple, you take the assumptive close and you give two options, right? You could say very specific times as well, but either way, like you give them two options, right? And no isn't an option, right? So the question also is an assumptive close. When would you be available for a quick chat about some of the special financing programs we have available right now? Or you could use, and we have lots of variations on the site again. When would you be available for a quick chat with one of our new construction home specialists? When would you be available for a quick chat with one of our waterfront property specialists, right? When would you be available for a quick chat with one of our zero down financing specialists? When would you be available for a quick chat for one of our down payment assistance specialists? Whatever it is, right? You can frame it around that. And it's an assumptive close. They reply positively, and then awesome, thanks. Is this afternoon? Does this afternoon work, or would this evening be better for you? Right? And it's very simple. So what we do after that, once we get that confirmed on our team, it gets added to Dana or Jordan or Hunter or our other Jordan or Maria. We add it to their calendar, and we do a group text intro. So, for example, Melody confirmed. I then send a group text. I'm on it. She's on it. Dana's on it, if Dana's the one making the call. And if we're working, let's say, like, for example, Jennifer Salter in North Carolina, we've been working her database and getting lots of appointments. So when we were getting those earlier in the week, we included her. We CC her on the text. The text is very simple. Hey, Ryan, this is Josh and Dana. We work with Jennifer on the financing side of things. Dana, could you reach out to Ryan or Melody, whoever it is, today at 12:30? She's expecting your call and would like to chat about some of the special financing programs we have available right now, right? So you're echoing back to them. And that whole, that all is work, but it works, right? And you can't get a client and a commission without having some sort of conversation and appointment. Can't happen. Right? It's like, you can't, it just, you can't skip that step in the process, right? And so we're having a lot of success with that. And I would strongly encourage you, Facebook user confirmed that it wasn't about the poster as much as Ryan would like, but leads or appointments from her database or his database, right? And so that is working really well right now, and as is all of the text scripts and the email scripts that we share each and every week. But you got to use them. You got to actually like send them, and then you got to actually then reply and engage with the folks that respond. All of that happened for me yesterday between 12 and 1:30. These 8 or 9 appointments. I sent the blast out. And then as I was doing some other things, I just kept hitting refresh on the dashboard to see when people would reply and so forth, right? Work worth doing. Work worth doing. Maybe this is Jennifer. I don't know. Love that you guys do that for me. Might be Jennifer. I hate the Facebook user thing always.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I have on the follow-up Friday front. Do you have anything else for the good of the group?
No.
I'm
busy.
Next week. Yeah.
I was doing other stuff while you were talking. Honestly, I'm barely even here.
So next week, we will be ready to start onboarding folks who are interested in the Google pay-per-click service. So stay tuned on that if that's something that you're interested in. Charla says, I'm interested in the listings to leads. Go create a free account, Charla, at growwithjosh.com/L2L. growwithjosh.com/L2L. I'll pop that on the screen. You can get a free trial.
I'd like to. Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, do it. So you can get a free trial, and then it is extremely affordable. I have been saying this for probably years now. Listings to leads, in my opinion and experience, is one of the best dollar for dollar values that exists in our industry. There are any number of companies and businesses that want to charge us an arm and a leg for what they offer. This is cheap. For everything you get with listings to leads, it's super cheap. Even if you only use it how I've demonstrated that I'm using it with Facebook Marketplace ads. Even if that's the only way you use the thing, it's well worth it. And there's way more to it than just that.
So Ryan, interestingly, Josh, I did a webinar the other day with the guys at Agent Hub 360. It was a Thanks.io webinar, but they integrate with listings to leads as well. And they're just doing interesting stuff because they'll take your KV core, your listings to leads, Thanks.io. They kind of like put it all together, but they do a lot of like business side stuff too, like organizing your business and coaching. So anyway, I thought the webinar went pretty good. I spent a lot of time this morning editing it. There's a link scrolling at the bottom if you guys want to check that out. And then that's just a plug. And then going into next week, like Josh said, this PPC thing is rolling good. I think we slowed down in our market, Josh, because we were getting some spam responses and it confused the algorithm on Google. So the algorithm thinks we're getting a lot of conversions because I didn't have settings right. And then you got to kind of rebuild the campaign. So guys, we're just making sure that the thing works once you get it and you're spending money on the clicks. That's why it's taking a little while. And that's the right way to do it. Yeah.
But I have gotten 3 very good ones, and all 3 of them are looking at properties on the site.
Great. Yeah.
I haven't had conversations with them yet. But all 3 of them are actually actively looking at properties on the site. So
yeah, that's the difference between Google and Facebook. I mean, it's the intent's there, and they're not Googling Harrisburg homes if they're not on the lot unless they want to buy a car, so to speak.
Exactly.
Right? Like
that's a great analogy. Yeah. Along that front. This is what I wanted to say. So if you're working this weekend, so is our mortgage team. So if you need help, if you have questions, Ryan's getting a little stretch in, a little yoga in. If you need help, if you have somebody that needs to be pre-approved or get a second opinion, etc., let us know. This is what he likes to do when I go into pitch mode, shameless plug mode. And then Wednesday, I don't have it confirmed yet, but Wednesday on our mortgage session that we've been doing, I am working on a special guest. One of the lenders that we work with, they offer what I would describe as cheap, hard money. So if you yourself or part of your clientele is investors that buy, fix, and flip properties, this is a great funding option where they can get up to 85% LTV of the purchase.
Ooh, it's usually 65.
What's that? I know. So this is killer. They can get up to 85% LTV on the purchase, and after they've done 2 deals with the lender, they'll actually do 90%. Okay, but let's say 85% of the purchase and 100% of the renovation costs. Again, if it pencils, right? If it makes sense, it's got to make sense, right? And so it's better than hard money and way cheaper. Like if you don't know what hard money is, but it's expensive money.
It's not like 6 points up front or 12 points up front.
No. Which is typical. Hard money typically is 6, 8, 10, 12 points.
It's like taking on a 50-50 partner, really. Like the way it usually shakes out. Yeah.
So this is like that, but cheap, comparatively from a fee perspective. And so I'm working on a special guest for that. And that would be one specific program. But the reality is we have over 4,500 lenders and private investors, et cetera, that offer this type of money. So if you are, an investor that does those kind of deals, or you work with anybody that does, you're going to want to check out next Wednesday at 2 Eastern, and we'll have the link updated for Monday's show on that. And B, if you have any scenarios right now, let us know. Shoot me an email or a text, use the little chat widget, or reach out to Jordan. Most of you, or many of you watching this, have Jordan's info. And if you don't have my number and info, it's below the description wherever you're watching this thing. Or it should be anyway. All right. I'm good. You good?
I'm good too. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Yeah. See you on Monday.
All right. See you.